Hi friends, my name is Mr. Bloomingdale again, and I'm a teacher here in Atlanta, Georgia at Drew Charter School. And today we are going to be doing our second read of this book called Tops and Bottoms. That's the title of the story, and the author is Janet Stephens. And I remember last time we were reading, Hare was a very tricky character in the book. And I remember that he was business partners with Bear, and something kept happening. I remember that Bear was getting frustrated when it was time to harvest the crops in his field. I wonder why that was. Let's read and find out. Tops and Bottoms by Janet Stephens. There's those delicious vegetables again. I wish I could grow some of those here in the city. And there's the tops, and there are the bottoms. And again, this story is so very interesting because it is not like other stories. It actually opens from the bottom to the top. Here we go. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a very hard-working business bear, and he had been a smart business bear, but he had given all of his wealth to his son. That's Bear right there, and obviously he's sleeping. He's not very hardworking like his father was. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. So he's what we would call squandering his wealth. So his dad gave him all this money, all these nice things, and he's saying, whatever, I don't really care. That's not really what he should be doing. He should be taking advantage of those things. He should be thankful for the things his father left him. Now, not far down the road lived his neighbor Hare, who was clever but sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned a lot of land, boys and girls, but something happened. We know the story called The Tortoise and the Hare, and the tortoise is a turtle, and Hare thought that he could beat that turtle by running really, really fast. So he bet him that he could win. He didn't win. The turtle actually ended up winning, so Hare lost. And that meant that he had to owe the tortoise some money. So Hare had to sell all of his land. Now, Hare and his family were in very bad shape. And I can tell right down here, he has a lot of members in his family. And it looks like his wife right here, his wife over here, she's holding all the babies and all the children, and she's getting frustrated, and she's getting maybe a little nervous, and she says to her husband, "The children are so hungry," Miss Hare cried one day to Mr. Hare. So they put their heads together and they started to cook up a plan. And we said before, they're not actually cooking anything. They're just planning together. They're thinking of something to do together. Oh, and even some of the kids are looking out to their neighbor's house out here. They live very close to each other. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, we know he's lazy. He's not hardworking like his father was. He was asleep. "Hello, Bear, wake up. We can be business partners," he said. "All you have to do is let us do all of the hard work. We'll do all the planting, the weeding, the watering, the harvesting, and all you have to do is sleep." "Huh?" said Bear, because he knew that did not sound like it made much sense. Hare said, "We'll just split the profits right down the middle." "Yes, sir. So what's it gonna be, Bear? The top half or the bottom half?" Let's see. Now, Bear is just waking up from his nap. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm usually yawning, and I'm not thinking clearly yet. So Bear might not be making the best decisions. Let's see. I'll take the top half, Hare. "Right, tops. You get the tops, I get the bottoms. It's a done deal." Well, boys and girls, since we've read this book before, you might be thinking, "Don't do it, Bear. You should know better." He has never done this before. He's never been business partners with Hare. And Hare, we know he is a tricky person, so he's probably going to try and trick or deceive bear. When someone deceives you, they're tricking you. They might be trying to do something that you don't know. Well, there goes Bear right back to sleep. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, and Miss Hare watered, and everybody weeded. So they're doing all the hard work out here. They're planting the seeds. Mrs. Hare's pouring some water over here. They're pulling up all those weeds, which we know are those bad plants that are not helpful for growing. And boys and girls, we know that plants need 3 things to grow. They need water, soil, and sunlight. So they're making sure they're getting all of those things so they can complete their life cycle. Bear's not doing anything because he is just being lazy. As Bear slept, the crops grew. And when it was time to harvest, now we know that harvest means that you're going to be picking those vegetables. So they've been growing the whole season, and finally they are like what we see in the store. They're ready for harvest so that people can eat them. When it was time for that harvest, Hare called out to Bear, "Wake up, Bear! You get the tops and I get the bottoms." I wonder what kind of things that they've been growing all season. Let's take a look and find out. Ooh, Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Now, those are all root vegetables. They grow in the dirt, under the ground. So that's kind of like the bottom of the plant. Wait a second. What's on top of the ground? Oh, they tore off all of the stems and they plucked off the leaves at the top of the plants and put them into a pile for Bear. Take a look at this, guys. These are the vegetables that they got. This is all that Bear got. Those are not very edible. And I don't think that Bear's gonna make very much of a profit off of those pieces of the vegetables. The good parts of the plant are down here, and that's what Hare and his family get to keep. Oh, and you know what? Bear's starting to open his eyes. He even has some of the leaves on top of his head, and he's thinking, what is all of this stuff? I can't do anything with this. Bear's starting to get a little bit frustrated because he can't use the things that Hare gave him. And we know that Bear should have put in the hard work, but he didn't want to do that, so you get what you get. Bear stared at his pile. But Hare, all the best parts are in your half. You chose the tops, Bear, said Hare. Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You planted the field, and you planted again. And this season, I want the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. So, okay, Bear got the tops last time. Now he says, no, I don't want the tops again. I want the bottoms this time. You keep the tops. So that's the deal that they made. But we know that Hare is tricky. So he is a very clever Hare, and he's gonna try and trick Bear again. He probably is very wise, and he knows what kind of plants grow on top now. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded just like they did at the beginning. There's Bear, being lazy, not like his father. His father was a hard-working business bear. Oh, and look, guys, noticing again, his house that his father left him is in disrepair. It's breaking. The floorboards are coming up. Someone could get hurt in that house. He really needs to fix that. Even parts of the windows are falling off. Well, Bear slept and the crops grew. And when it was finally time for that harvest and time to pick the vegetables, Hare called out to Bear, "Wake up, Bear! You got the bottoms and I got the tops." And I'm noticing he's even like shaking him a little bit. He's probably thinking Bear is in such a deep sleep, he's not even paying attention. I need to shake him and remind him it's time to wake up. Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Now, let's see, lettuce, broccoli, and celery. Those are all things that grow on top of the ground. What grows underneath them? Oh, what is this stuff? They pulled off the bottoms for Bear, and the tops were in their own pile. So look down here, look at that stuff. That's all of what we call the roots. And you don't eat the roots of celeries and and lettuce and broccoli. Well, not many people do, and it's kind of hard to make a profit off of those things. You can't really make much money. So Bear is opening his eyes now, and he's realizing that Hare, that clever Hare, has tricked him. Bear looked at his pile and scowled. Now, when you're scowling, put your eyebrows down like this and you are not happy. You have cheated me again, Hare. But Bear, said Hare, you wanted the bottoms this time. Bear growled, you plant this field again, Hare. You tricked me twice. You owe me 1 season of tops and 1 for the bottoms. You're right, poor old Bear, said Hare. It's only fair that you get the tops and the bottoms this time. It's a done deal. Clever Hare. We know he's going to trick Bear. He has to have some idea in his head. He knows just what to do. But if he's going to get the tops and the bottoms, what's left? I'm sure we'll figure it out. There's Bear, sleeping again. Everything is falling apart on his house. And here are these hard-working families right down here working together. What teamwork. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded, and then watered and weeded some more. Wow, they're doing even extra work. They must be growing something very special this time, because it's taking more time. Bear slept and the crops grew, and now his house is completely in disrepair. I want you to get a good look at this. All of those things that are falling off his house, those are called the shutters. The shutters of all the windows have fallen off. His wheelbarrow wheel is broken. He's not even laying in the chair anymore. Yeah, this can't be comfortable, and his house is in complete disrepair. He needs to fix it. Bear slept and the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, they're going to pick everything again. Hare called out to Bear, "Wake up, Bear! This time you get the tops and the bottoms." Oh, yes, finally, Bear is going to get something useful. He's going to get some profits this time. No, he's not. Then, there in front of Bear's house, lie a field of corn. Ooh, that yellow kind of bumpy vegetable. Hare and his family yanked up the corn stalks and tugged off the roots. So here he is. Mrs. Hare is breaking the roots off. And then here, the children up here at the very top of the vegetable, they're tugging off what we call the tassels. Now, you don't really eat those tassels, and you don't eat the roots of corn stalks. The part you want are these delicious ears of corn right here in the middle of the stalk. They collected those ears of corn in the middle and placed them into their own pile. Bear didn't ask for the middle of the plant, did he? Oh, goodness. I can already think about how Bear is feeling. He's going to wake up, and I just know he's going to be frustrated. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. See, Bear? You get the tops, and you get the bottoms, and I get the middles. Yes, sir, Bear. It's a done deal. Uh-oh. I don't think Bear agreed to that deal. By now, Bear was wide awake. His eyes are open. He's standing up now. That's it, Hare, he hollered. When you're hollering, you're yelling. From now on, I'll take my plants and I'll grow my own crops. And I'll take the bottoms and the tops and the middles. Hare and his family scooped up all that corn and hopped down the road to their house. Now, boys and girls, Bear has been deceived. He was tricked. And he finally has had enough. So now, what it looks like to me, Bear is standing up. He's going to change his behavior now. He's thinking, I cannot make a profit. I can't make any money and keep all of this stuff in repair. I can't do that if I don't put in the hard work. So now, look right here. Bear has definitely changed his behavior. He's out in the garden right now working. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his family's land with the profits that he made from his crops. So Hare's family has land again. And Mrs. Hare opened up a vegetable stand. so they can sell even more of their stuff and make more profit. That's a very smart thing to do, a very clever thing to do. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, close to each other, they never again became business partners. So boys and girls, that is the end of our story. Again, those beautiful vegetables. But I have a question for you. In this story, Tops and Bottoms by Janet Stephens, I was wondering, why does Bear get so frustrated when it's time to harvest the crops in his field? Most people would be really excited and really happy to do that, to pick all of those things that they've been working on growing, but Bear just seems to get upset and frustrated. Why is that? Can you help me? Answer my questions and send them back to me, and I'd love to hear. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.